What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over the new Clash Royale update. I'm basically just going to be trying to cover everything that I find interesting and telling you guys what to expect in this new update. I will say I'm very excited for it. Lots of big changes. Alright, so first thing starting off, we're just going to go through this first sequence of basically a new ladder rework, which is really cool. The rundown that I understand so far is basically a lot of players are stuck at like exactly 4K to 4300. Now they're going to make it to where the more you play, the easier it will be to climb, because the new trophy gains are, instead of being like 30 plus minus 30, it's now going to be like plus 30 minus 8 up until like 6K. So they basically make it to where if you play a lot, you're able to get higher, and as a part of this progression, instead of getting an in-season chest based on where you finished, you get rewards as you climb in trophies. So it's incentivizing you to play more, which is good for the game, and it makes sense, and it helps you with just the mental fatigue of like being stuck in one place like for the entire season. And it's a harder reset, but you're always going to feel like you're progressing more and you're going to be earning rewards. They also said it should be easier when you're first starting a new account to get from 0 to 4,000. So lots of good changes. In my opinion, it seems like it'll be better rewards and you'll be able to climb trophies more easily, which I think is a really nice rework for ladder. But anyway, let's go ahead and go through this. Welcome to leagues. Reach new leagues to unlock badges and seasonal rewards. Each season, your trophies above 4,000 will reset to a lower amount, and you can earn brand new rewards. So basically, they're just rewarding you as you go up. So we'll start from the bottom, and I'm sure this is subject to change. But basically, like as you can see, like you get these 50 gems, the chests. Like you choose between a common. Ooh, this is really nice for like new players too, because you kind of like choose the card that you see that's interesting. Or maybe you unlock it and you actually unlock the card instead of just relying on chests. I like the idea of new players progressing, and then like people compare it to like a battle pass, but I mean it's just like a tier system where you go up, do these bigger awards the higher you go, and as you break the tiers you get larger and larger rewards. Oh yeah, and then they're adding they changed some of the graphics, and I think they also added a new league. Yeah, so champion, right, at 6K. And then they made it to where Ultimate Champ is now 7K, because trophy, like the inflation on trophies is gonna be higher. You're gonna be able to get higher, which I think is cool. Nice little change to me, in my opinion. Yeah, so it is choose. That's really cool. So like you choose which one you want as your and as like a progression to a new player. This is really cool in my opinion. I feel like this rewards as you climb in ladder. This feels a lot more rewarding than hitting a new league, getting nothing, and then eventually you get a chest. I feel like that's less obvious than this would be, where like you're very incentivized to actually progress and to play a lot, which I think is overall good for Clash Royale. Yeah, and so that's all called the Trophy Road, and I'm excited to get into that. As you can see, the next thing is just like the UI looks, I think, a lot cleaner. Like as you can see, the quest, just the like icon here looks a little bit different. They added this, so you have your activity log, your leaderboard, your TV Royale. I guess they're just trying to make it look a little bit more clean. Next up, we're going to show off one of the new game modes, which is the Mega Deck Challenge. So basically it's like normal, but you have an 18 card deck, which it brings a new aspect. So I mean, after so long of playing Clash Royale, you kind of find out, while there are a lot of deck choices, you kind of find the combos and the synergies that work well, and it becomes all kind of set in stone. I think unlike some of the ambitious like game modes of the past, like Touchdown or something, which I think is kind of fun, this actually like brings a new form of creativity, and allows you to build your own like wacky decks and have like a bunch of different stuff. But you have, all right, for the next game mode, I think it's just good. I think I'll just show you because it's really hard to explain these. So we have Dragon Hunt and Elixir Capture. I'm gonna show you guys just a quick thing of the Mega Deck Challenge. I'm actually, you know what? I'll bring it. I'll fight myself. Let's put some real recruits on the other end. Yeah, so like I said, I am playing myself right now. I'm gonna do my best to not pick a favorite here. Just because you guys are on the device that'll be recorded doesn't mean that you get to win necessarily. Because I've done this before with 2v2, And I mean, really, once you get down to it, I don't know which, like, I'm so confused as to what's going on that I don't know who's gonna win. But yeah, this is, see, just okay. So like, I obviously didn't put this deck together. This is just 2 random decks. I didn't want to put too much theory crafting into it just yet. I'll do that at a later date. Oh, you use your spell, huh? I'll punish. Oh no, I have mini P.E.K.K.A. Oh, I'm so weird. But I just find it really cool. Like it like in a normal game, when you're constantly getting back to the same cards, I just sacrificed that Valkyrie so hard. Wait, where am I? Where am I? In a normal game where you're playing with the same cards, it's just really different and unique to have this many cards, and it's like your deck is almost so big that like you can't cycle back to something. You can't rely on getting back to a card to use it again. You have to find a new unique way to use a different card, and you have to choose what's going to work the best in the situation against whatever random troop that your opponent has coming for you. It's so different, and I'm so excited for this mode. I think it's really cool. So you know, obviously, since I really like 2v2. I know some people don't, but I like 2v2. We played in CRL, and once we kind of learned the meta and ended up playing it a lot, I actually like fell in love with it. I think this is the only other mode that is more than just fun to me. Like, I don't know, this has like potential to be like a serious mode. I don't know. It's so different. I mean, obviously the standard mode for Clash Royale is so skillful. You have to use your own deck, and you have to know the ins and outs of it. But this is just so unique. Even if it is just a fun challenge, I'm really excited to try it and to see how it plays out, because it seems like your overall skill of knowing how to use different units is so important, and just using like instincts. It has that kind of like draft feel of like having these random cards and just using them to their maximum effectiveness, but then also just not being limited as much. So I'm really excited for it, and as you can see, I lost because I wasn't really paying attention to what device it was. I was just playing troops on both sides. Okay, here is Dragon Hunt. So basically, there's gonna be an orb in the middle, and you're trying to kill it before your opponent can. And if you're able to get the last hit on that orb and to finish it off, if you're able to kill that, it then spawns a dragon in the middle. I'm doing this by myself, so it's hard to show like a true gameplay. But I mean, basically, it's a normal game, but in the middle, there is an orb that if you destroy it before your opponent does, you are able to get a dragon, which can be an Inferno Dragon, a Baby Dragon, or an Electro Dragon. I guess Electro Dragon does cost 1 more than the other. So, like, if you, and as you can see, melee as well as air units will attack it. Let's throw down the wall breakers on the other side. And spells do damage as well, you can see. But whoever kills it first gets a dragon in their push. So you're incentivized to really, like, nuke it before your opponent can kill it, while also maybe be getting like a tank in front of it. I definitely think this will be interesting. And since I'm just playing this by myself, I can't necessarily show like a full-on game, but you get the concept. It's just a 1v1 with a dragon that spawns when when this orb is killed, and it spawns in increments of like 30 seconds, I feel like, after it's killed. Like, that's how long it takes, maybe a little bit. And elixir capture is a little bit similar, but instead of a dragon spawning when the orb is destroyed, you get elixir. You get extra elixir. So we're going to throw down this lumberjack. And when he runs over that elixir, he gains the elixir. And then this can, of course, be taken by both opponents. Oh, well, that didn't do what I wanted. But a troop has to run over it. And then also, when the orb in the middle, similar to the elixir, or the dragon spawning, you get the elixir, and you have to kill it before your opponent can. As you can see, even like a tombstone skeleton can take that elixir. So basically, it's an extra fight going on for elixir to both cross over it, here you try to get your troop out there crossing the bridge, and it's like it's a matter of is it worth it, because okay, that's a 2 elixir mega minion, but I also just threw in a mega minion at the bridge for 2 elixir, so is it like really worth it? And then like if you're playing an ice spirit at the bridge and you get 1 elixir, it's nice, right? Like it's a free ice spirit, so that's like damage, I guess, but like you're not really accomplishing anything. To me, it seems like the real fight would be beating your opponent to this 2 elixir, because that's a pretty big boost, and then basically this just makes you push a little bit cheaper, but you're able to kind of construct a push. Even then, I think it'll be an interesting balance between taking the elixir and then not just wasting a troop at the bridge. So all right, so moving on to the new card Earthquake. This is a 3 cost rare spell, so relatively easy to level up. Not a common, but not an epic, and similar to like leveling up your hog or something. So obviously, like max ladder players will probably level it up pretty quick. I find this really interesting. It has like some aspects of like old poison, being a little bit cheaper, and it has an amplifier on buildings where it actually does more damage to buildings, both your towers and to Tombstone. Like it's gonna wreck Tombstone, but it only targets ground units. I think it'll be interesting. I think it's gonna be a little bit too strong, but who knows? We'll show you some gameplay in just a bit. But deals damage per second to troops and crown towers. Deals huge building damage. Does not affect flying units. It is an earthquake after all. 61 damage per second for 3 seconds. So about 183, exactly 183 damage to troops, which for perspective up is Earthquake, the new spell. It deals damage per second to troops and crown towers, deals huge building damage, does not affect flying units. It is an earthquake after all. It will do 61 damage per second, which clocks it in, and it doesn't target air, so it clocks it in. I think this will be a little bit too strong, but I could be wrong. It kind of is like halfway between a small spell and a large spell, but it seems it's so good against buildings. Like Tombstone is going to be like, if this is meta, Tombstone is going to be so bad because it just destroys Tombstone and the skeletons. Pretty good against cannon as well. Leaves it with like no HP, so time decay will kill it. And I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay in a second. Radius 3.5. But yeah, so it kills goblins. It just is a little bit short of killing like a dark goblin, for example. So it won't kill a dark goblin. It won't kill a princess. So it's that, and I'm sure that was purposeful. They made it to where it's really good against buildings. It's good for chip, but it's not good at killing like those log bait units so much. It will kill a goblin gang, because goblins slightly die to it, as you can see here. Well, we'll go goblin level, yeah, and just enough to kill. Starting off, we're gonna show what it does against buildings. As you can see, a pretty nice radius there. I missed the building, and then you can see it comes in waves. I will say it doesn't. Wait, it doesn't kill. Doesn't kill skeletons with 1 tick. Oh, it does do 61 per tick, huh? So it doesn't kill skeletons because they have 67 HP. Huh? Interesting. So yeah, like if you kill the tombstone, it kills the tombstone really quick, and it almost because of how the ticks work and how much damage it does with each tick, it's almost better against cannon than it is against tombstone, which is interesting. So the interesting thing about Earthquake is the damage is, I think, actually pretty balanced. It's really good as an offensive spell, not so much on defense, in my opinion. So for example, if you're defending a Skelly Barrel, you have to time it toward the counter comes out, and it's not awful, but since it doesn't kill skeletons and like goblins take all three ticks to kill. Skeletons take 2. It's not really like a log bait or like at least not a defensive answer like a log or a bar barrel is to cards like that, which I find really interesting. So of course this is going to be the mirrored version, but not awful because of the slow. So the slow comes out even before the damage hits. But like if this was coming out really late and the goblin game was already on your tower, it'd be kind of rough. It's like, I think, really good offensively because that slow kind of keeps the goblins away from like a hog, for example, and it's amazing at taking out buildings. But I definitely think it has a weakness. It is 3 cost, so maybe that won't matter. And as you can see, so you would almost like this could be a decent prediction spell as well, because like it takes a little while to charge up, which I think is kind of fair. But as you can see, it does do quite a bit of damage because it increases damage to buildings. It is a very good chip spell, I think. More damage per cost than like a fireball, for example. I think it'll be interesting how it works into decks. I think it's a really good offensive spell, but you lose a lot of the defensive capabilities of like a bar barrel or a snowball that are completely meta right now. I think bar barrel and snowball are so good, and you already see decks like that right now where they have both, that you're gonna see this in place of a big spell instead. And like triple spell decks, I could almost see earthquake, snowball, bar barrel instead of poison, fireball, lightning. And it'll make your cycle faster. You're not holding on to that lightning forever. And this almost gives like an answer for Golem to these defenses. Like Cannon, Tesla, Tombstone all get kind of wrecked. Inferno Tower still will be good because it's so healthy and stand strong. Maybe Bomb Tower too. But like these small defenses it destroys them pretty easily. And it's an even trade with most, or a positive elixir trade. So it'll be interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of how strong it'll be. Yeah, so as I was saying, next up we'll show off some of the new star level skins. I really like the barb hut. The classic gold, of course, and then the gold sword is pretty cool. I want to say my favorite is probably Magic Archer. He gets the cool looking the black and white hair and the goldish robe, but the arrows are the best part. Like the like magical arrows look really sick. Here are the zappies with the golden coils, and then maybe your favorite. I think the best two are either Rocket or Magic Archer that are really sick. And as I wait for the Rocket, you'll see why. The sparkles on the ground as you get ready to throw the rocket. And then there's the rocket with the rainbow trail and explosion, the like firework trail / explosion. Yeah, so either one of those are my favorite for sure. Those are the most notable ones that I liked. So let me know what you guys think as well. And I think that's all I have for today. I will see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed, and peace.